What's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Niam and I'm on a bit of a fitness journey. And this is where you can find videos on my progress in my fitness journey and also some tips and tricks on how you can lose weight and lose fat in a sustainable, convenient manner that allows you to balance it with the rest of your life in a seamless way. Today I want to talk a little bit about stress eating. I think in the past there's something that has affected me. When at work, I've been in situations where there's been a lot of high pressure. I work for Amazon and the other week I listed a product at a low price and about 1,500 people bought it. And I had to kind of take a number of steps very quickly to make sure that I rectified the situation. And so it was really high pressured, but when I was faced with this high pressured situation, the first thing I did was run to the kitchen and just grab something to eat because my body instinctively looked to food as a way of kind of de-stressing. So Niam's tip number 1, have structure to your diet. What does this mean exactly? I think this means have a routine for your diet. Like kind of everything else in life, a routine kind of gives you that consistency to fall back on. It gives you that kind of baseline to fall back on. And so when you are faced with stress situations and you have that kind of routine for your nutrition, you can kind of dismiss the kind of initial instinct to go and grab food because you already have this kind of set routine in place. For me, kind of when I am faced with stressful situations, I know that my next meal is in 30 minutes or an hour. And so that kind of stops me from grabbing the closest thing to me, which more often than not is probably not that good for me. So yeah, that's tip number 1, have structure, have a routine, have set meal times, and you'll be good to go. Tip number 2, do other things when you're stressed. Obviously we're going to be faced with these kind of stress situations at work. We're going to be kind of under a lot of pressure in different scenarios for each of us. But it's the way that we deal with these stressful situations is what matters. If you reach for a sugary snack, yeah, it might feel good for that 2, 3, 4 minutes, but you're going to get high and then you're going to crash afterwards. That's what happens with sugar. And so it's important to actually not go for that or try and avoid going for that. And using other ways to kind of deal with stress. And some other kind of modes of dealing with stress that I've kind of found is going for a walk, deep breaths, doing a deep belly breath instantly lowers the amount of cortisol in your brain. So that's kind of a chemical and kind of physical change that happens because of deep breathing, and it's such a underrated tool that we can all use at any point in our lives to really calm down, take a step back, and then deal with the situation at hand. And then finally, I think talking to people, if you're stressed, you don't need to grab food. You can just go jump on a call with one of your mates at work or go and speak to someone, go bitch about work, All of these methods and all of these ways are really gonna allow you to deal with the stress in a way that isn't actually going to kind of set you back in your nutrition goals or fitness goals. It's going to allow you to deal with stressful situations in a much more sustainable way. So yeah, do those things and you'll be good to go, and find other ways as well. It might be just going online and taking a break and watching a funny video, but anything, just do it, but try not to resort to food if you are trying to lose weight. Tip number 3 from Niam Shah. This is something that I've done and it might work for you, might not, but I think it's a really good thing, and it's just setting rules. So for example, for me, what I used to do was before 5 p.m. I wasn't allowed to have a chocolate or a biscuit or something like that. And that allowed me that when I wasn't stressed, I knew that, okay, this rule was in place, and it kind of gives me that extra accountability to not reach for the food that you really, really want in that moment to kind of ease that stress. Again, I must remind you that this food isn't going to kind of solve that situation that you're feeling stressed about. It's not going to kind of immediately lower that pressure. You're still going to have that situation there. The food is just giving you that instant gratification that you feel like you need, but you don't actually need it. So it's important to kind of see past that initial reaction, see past that kind of instinct, and then think slightly more logically about it. And then you can make a more rational decision about how you're going to deal with a stressful situation. And 100%, that's going to be a way more positive, a way more sustainable way of really kind of dealing with these situations that are causing you stress. And again, it's probably going to help you come up with better resolutions to these situations as well. So yeah, that's it guys. That's 3 tips for dealing with stress eating. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. It would be really good to know if this is something that you've been affected by in the past, or something that you've kind of tried to combat, and some of the ways that you've kind of used to kind of avoid stress eating. Give it a like if you enjoyed the video, but also subscribe if you want to see more videos like it. Have a lovely day guys. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.